Hello, I'm Sarah Burgess, and this is my assignment on EDC 1200, Study in Self and Society. Today I'll be talking about a controversial Australian topic. Recently there seemed to have been a large crackdown in teenage and adult binge drinking. A recent year survey that has been conducted found that 4 out of every 5 teenagers believe it is acceptable to drink regularly. With this topic dating back to not just my own generation, but others before mine, the real question here, which is posted in the article Teen Binge Drinking, written in Australia, is binge drinking now part of Australia's culture and heritage? In this article, published in 2008, research has uncovered some reasons behind binge drinking, and how binging is no longer a teenage problem. Through this article, the publisher Dolly has uncovered the social acceptance that teens feel whilst drinking. The Australian Health describes binge drinking as drinking alcoholic beverages with the primary intention of becoming intoxicated. Throughout the last decade, this pastime has become increasingly popular despite the long-term health risks. In Australia, we are known for our large sporting culture, our vast deserts, and our different-looking animals. And let's not forget the inventions that have made it to nearly every household backyard, such as the clothesline and the barbecue. But in recent years, do we also need to add binge drinking to the list? And if so, what impact will this have on Australia's identity? In Australia, binge drinking can be seen to be more of a lifestyle choice than a simple choice of a beverage, with binging on alcohol having such a large effect on the teenage portrayal and on the Australian culture as well. It seems that bingers see people who may not be intoxicated as boring and prude, and this binge drinking is becoming the more popular choice of Australia's culture. Research can now show that by not drinking, you may deal with not being socially accepted in Australia's society. Also, a recent poll that has been conducted by Emeralds has shown that non-drinkers experience a feeling of being needed or having to parent people when going to an event involving alcohol. Some even confess they are only invited to be the get-home free card, in which participants are able to drink to an excess and a non-drinker, otherwise known as a sober person, would ensure their safety. With such a large emphasis placed on Australia's culture, it is no doubt that the portrayal of that other countries see us is a result of negative behaviour. Questions that have recently come up in the media through television advertisements. The government has targeted licensed drivers to be cautious when being involved in alcohol. But research located to the Health Government website states that alcohol knowledge begins well before the legal drinking age. It is therefore necessary for education to begin in a child's early teens. To educate teens on binge drinking, a program would need to be set up underlying the negative consequences to this idea. The program would also tackle the social side of alcohol consumption and Australia's laws to do with binge drinking. Whilst this program is aimed at tackling binge drinking, the ideals must not be presented to teens in a forceful manner. The key idea in this program would be to allow students to read articles about binge drinking, such as the article I've read. From there, group discussions could be conducted to outline the students' knowledge of health effects that drinking has on the body. Ideals such as students in groups making posters designed to target their age group about binge drinking, and then placing them around schools so that other students may also be informed or targeted. This would allow the students to tackle situations of binge drinking, and also places the posters back on the students, in a sense, what scares them about binge drinking. The last important subject that would need to be outlined would be the law against binge drinking in Australia. For this, many schools have invited members of the police force to talk to the students. Through these teaching, the students can get a real sense of the seriousness of the subject. Objects such as goggles are usually brought to show students how it may feel to be intoxicated to an extent. These enable students to get a visual focus of how their sight may be when becoming intoxicated. Although drinking may be a part of our heritage, and I'm sure it will be part of our future. By setting programs such as this one, as I've explained, I'm confident that more teenagers will learn to drink responsibly. As the government says, don't turn a night out into a nightmare.